when we're dealing with these unknown rogue-driven characters, again, perfectly defined in The Dark Knight, they're almost like entities of chaos. Whenever they're on screen, they just fire our imaginations because we want to know more, and we want to know more because we know we're never going to know more. It's a hell of a creative paradox when it comes to producing the content, and it's wonderful when you're an audience member absorbing it. What is up, AKAPADers? Welcome back to the channel of channels, home of the eclectic one. That's me, Peter A. DeLuca. And what makes me eclectic? Well, it's just because I do all kinds of things. Like, I eat food, I draw comics, I work a 9 to 5, I'm an IT guy. It goes on and on. Look. We are here today talking about the Joker trailer that everyone is discussing. And I can't believe it. I don't know why so many people take the low-hanging fruit just when it comes to geek excitement. It's not on. Let me turn on my light real quick. Okay, we are back. But hey, I need a drink of my blueberry muscle recovery iced tea. If you want to know if my opinions are legit, check out the '89 Batman clout, vintage. We got some Joker clout here. We got some Joker clout there, and the coolest Joker clout, let me show you. This is my 9 to 5 bag. This is almost like a mobile office. But here, look, I have a Lex 2000. That's when he was running for president. And now look, and here we have a Joker vintage pin. It's not like I don't like the Joker item and want to hear it. So, the internet's going bonkers over the Joker trailer. Or teaser trailer. It's confusing. It's a full trailer, but they're kind of calling it a teaser trailer. Not that it matters. But we have a first real look at the character, at Joaquin Phoenix, the tone of the movie, all of it. Now, I just did a 9 rather than 9, episode 9 Star Wars video, where I just named 9 franchises, movies, properties that I'd rather see on the big screen than Star Wars episode 9. This is going to echo that because I'm a little bit tired of this already. I've seen enough Joker on the big screen. If we're not going along the path of the Dark Knight, I don't know what the benefits are. I really don't. I think creatively, we're robbing consumers when we get excited about this stuff. I think creatively, the studios are selling consumers short. And what do I mean by that? Okay. There's a expectation when we have a unknown character like the Joker, like Boba Fett, like Snake Eyes, like Wolverine. When we're dealing with these unknown rogue-driven characters, again, perfectly defined in The Dark Knight, they're almost like entities of chaos. Whenever they're on screen, they just fire our imaginations because we want to know more, and we want to know more because we know we're never going to know more. It's a hell of a creative paradox when it comes to producing the content, and it's wonderful when you're an audience member absorbing it. Now, they've deconstructed Snake Eyes, Boba Fett, Wolverine. Nobody likes any of those origins. Snake Eyes a little bit better, a little bit more streamlined, but it doesn't help. It doesn't help. And then we're here with a Todd Phillips Joker movie. Are we forgetting the movies of Todd Phillips? Now, given the dude knows how to shoot a flick. The War Dogs, very cool. I love the way Hangover 2 was shot. I'm a big fan of Hangover 2. The Hangover movies 1, 2, and 3 do have a column tone for each, a specified row and tone alone, just off of a still frame, like a still shot. He did those movies with intent. Other than Old School, other than Hangover, what are the other Todd Phillips movies that we're rushing to see again and again and again? I really don't know. Todd Phillips seems to miss more than he hits, and he makes these like very even, very safe movies. this movie, I'll give it, I'll give the movie credit for the trailer. The movie doesn't look that safe from the trailer, but then again, there's giant companies that do nothing but cut trailers all day, and they know what they're doing, and they obviously knew what they were doing with the Joker trailer. So even moving forward, just to like frame some of my opinions, I give a lot of credit to Hollywood and what Hollywood has been able to lend to comic book characters. Look, I'm a organic web shooter guy. Without Hollywood, we would not have the Kryptonian politics now that are just prevalent in every single iteration of Superman. We would not have the Batcave. We would not have claws through the fingers. So there's a lot. There's a lot that we owe Hollywood, because Hollywood boils down the idea of these characters, repackages them to be marketed. I mean, look, the boozing, cool, awesome, quippy Tony Stark came from Hollywood. That really wasn't in the comics. So we do owe a ton to the Hollywood talent that goes into these properties and injects a level of nuance and creativity. Usually when it comes to that, the comics have a long publishing history, and the nuance and the variables and the takes are so far between. It's tough to keep track, and it's tough to know exactly what version of the character to do in the comics. But there's characteristics editorially, on the editorial sense, there's characteristics that you stay true to. You stay true to some characteristics. Revealing the Joker's origin is a no-go. This is why the Killing Joke is a what-if story. The Joker doesn't even have to be a comedian, nor should you know. Now, right now, they're doing some wonky things in the comics. The Joker had a weird back tattoo. The Joker had a different face at one point. And there's 3 Jokers. Somehow there's 3 Jokers. It's buffoonery. I don't understand that. I don't even know how anyone at DC is able to get away with any of that. Now, this stems from the 90s. The 90s had visual takes on characters that just rocked people's minds. Spaghetti webbing, Stephen Platt drawing Moon Knight, Rob Liefeld taking over New Mutants. I mean, Dale Keown drawing the perfect version of the Hulk. Now, this idea of having a take on the character, spinning it a little to sell, is true. Comic books always relied on that, but the 90s magnified it because the artwork was what it was. This went to the writers in the 2000s, and then the writers thought they had to do that, which is you're now permanently changing the character because you're writing things through the character, and you're changing the character permanently. Spider-Man, I'm sorry, will never be the same. He's not a flagship anything anymore. Sorry. All of these characters are just done. This is why we need new ideas. This is why I'm not excited about a Arkham Asylum reference in the Joker movie. If this right here, let me show you this. Let me show you this, and I'll talk through it. If what we're looking at is the Joker talking to Bruce Wayne, doing something creepy with Bruce Wayne, and the Joker killed Bruce Wayne's family, this was the big error in the '89 Batman movie. Batman, and I know they did in the comics, but the Dark Knight should never, ever know his killer. They could correct that in the movies. He's better as a character if he doesn't know his killer. This is, again, the essence of the Dark Knight. Now, the Joker looks like he's going to kill the Wayne family and then creepily do things with Bruce Wayne. Okay, no. A Joker movie without Batman is a complete waste. I'm sorry, but hey, you're probably like, at this point, Pete, you're a hater. I can't be a hater with a Jared Leto Joker shirt, can I? Because this version of the Joker I actually liked a lot. I would have wanted this to continue. Doesn't look like it. Now he's Mobius. That's just confusing me again. Stop messing with me. Okay. Let's just get to it. These are some other ideas. I'm just going to spitball them. Just going to spit other ideas I'd rather see on the big screen played out. Now look, I'm tired of people ripping off Alan Moore, using him. Alan Moore writes 3 panels of something, and it becomes like a comic book event. It becomes a movie. But Alan Moore did lend a heck of a cool mythology to the Violator, to the Clown, to the Spawn thing, and a clown movie for number 1. A clown movie from Spawn would be legit. Sign me up. Super violent, rated X, cause of violence, rated X cause of the boobies. Netflix, get on that. Okay. Let's just stick to DC. Like, DC must have someone. DC must have another character that they can do this with in the 70s other than the Joker. How about the Creeper? Is this thing on? How about the Creeper? The Creeper. Just do that. Let's stick with the 70s. What was big in the 70s? Arcades were coming up. Boom. Arcade. Let's just do arcade. Let's go to Marvel Comics, do an arcade movie set in the 70s, make it set in the 80s during the arcade craze, and make this dude a red-headed psychopath, because we all know most redheads are psychopaths. Now, back in the 90s, there was a comic book called Shadowhawk. That dude had HIV, he was of color, and he broke people's backs. And he had a nemesis called Hawk Shadow. I'm not joking, he was just a red version of the character. Hawk Shadow was crazy and awesome. Just do a low-budget movie on Hawk Shadow and pump it up and get someone good to be Hawk, like Ryan Reynolds. He doesn't even have to talk a lot, so just do that, Ryan. I never played this game. I maybe played it once. Number 5, we got the Sweet Tooth from Twisted Metal. I only know the visuals of the character. Probably I'm going to have to research some visuals to put up over this. Sweet Tooth, let's just do an awesome, crazy, creepy, dystopian, Road Warrior-ish history future of the Sweet Tooth. Number 6, ready? Are you ready? Oh, we got ourselves a good one. The Furies from the Warriors, the Baseball Furies. Let's do a movie on them. Holy crap. Also inspired by Kiss. Makeup. It's just perfect. That is just perfect. Okay, everyone. Those are your 6 random ideas for other movies I'd rather see than Joker. I'm telling you though, I love the arcade idea. That movie would just be insane. Baseball Furies, home run, pun intended. But look. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for hanging out. If you haven't already, please subscribe. If you think I'm crazy and you don't agree, leave a comment below. Let's get a war going in these comments. Okay, I gotta go. Rock and roll.